let you know. Got so many memories that I made on Cascade Road. This is God-given, so I thank her as I go. This gon' sound conceited, but I know. Crazy thing they with me. Yeah, crazy thing they with me. Yeah, got power from my head to my feet. Yeah, run up on me, baby, so you gon' see. Yeah. I did not chase, I just attract. What you put in, you get back. I'm screaming Campbell, then still hit the dance and wherever I'm at. Feel like a champion, mamba mentality. I am the masterpiece, life is the crap. Deep love me and I can't resist it, but I'm only guilty of slipping too fast. Life is by legacy, what lies ahead of me, helping to get peace with this past. Little bitty regular that I pack, 007 before you react. Don't think twice, my only advice for my granddad before he passed. Look to the stars, look at the sky at night. Tell me that heaven ain't black on everything I love. Try not to brag till you bring it up. Tunnel vision, block opinions, and I could give but think of us. Duck, jab, hooks in it through the roof with an uppercut. Tell the truth, shut the devil up. In the booth, I'm untouchable. Crazy thing they with me. Yeah, crazy thing they with me. Run up on me, baby, so you gon' see. Yeah, got power from my head and my feet.
Yeah, let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to be a star. Yeah, pull up with a baddie in a fancy car. How to party like a rock star and play guitar like a superstar. Yeah, and I'm so tired of them playing with me. Yeah, pushing my buttons, this ain't no game to me. Yeah, ain't got time to be explaining me. Yeah, I'ma just take over the game, baby. Yeah, let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to raise a bar, how to go large, how to take it too far. Let me show you how to show up and show out and surf the crowd. Trust me, you ain't never seen nothing like this. You ain't never been to a show like this. I'ma give you something to remember forever. Yeah, and I'm so tired of them playing with me. Yeah, pushing my buttons, this ain't no game to me. Yeah, ain't got time to be explaining me. Yeah, I'ma just take over the game, baby. Yeah, let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright.
Let's go. I am the prince. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. I am the prince. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. I am the prince. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. I am the prince of all time. Said I'm coming for everything. Good, but to be great, you gotta have confidence. The next level was legend. You gotta have accomplishments. In any league, they considering me dominant. The long falls, you know the pit of defeat, bottomless. I was hungry way before I got your support. I hopped off the porch around the time that y'all got awards. Lyrical exercise, this what I call a sport. The fourth bar, brother, when I push the rock off the court. I got champion genetics. Champion genetics. Next level. One of the best. remember me. I am the place. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Remember me. I am the place. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. I am the place. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Remember me. I am the place. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. The catamounts who talent don't average out. If your flow ain't nowhere near this caliber, that don't count. Competition get flattened out. Getting money like I went top 3 in the first round. My salary that amount. They want my style, but that ain't much to be flat about. I take it as a challenge when rappers calling my status out. One of the best, and they ain't my pedigree. You can have the rings, or we did it, AI's legacy. I got champion genetics. Next level. One of the best. Remember me. I am the place. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. I said I am the place. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. I am the place. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Remember me. I said I am the place. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. I am the place. Next level. One of the best. Remember me. I am the place. Am the place. Next level. I'm coming for everything. Everything. I am the place. Remember me.
Hello, new world, all the boys and girls. I got some true stories to tell. You're back outside, but they still lied. Whoa, yeah. Take off the foo-foo, take off the cloud chase, take off the Wi-Fi, take off the money phone, take off the car loan, take off the flex and the white loss. Take off the weird jewelry, I'ma take 10 steps, then I'm taking off top off. Take off them fabricated streams and the microwave memes, it's a real world outside. Take off your idols, take off the runway, take off the Cairo. Take off the Sandro pay, 5 days stay, take a quarter meal, hella follow. Take off the fuck flag, take off perception, take off the cop with the iPad. Take off the allure, take off the unsure, take off decisions I lack. Take off the fake deep, take off the fake woke, take off the I'm broke, I care. Take off the gossip, take off the new logic that if I'm rich, I'm rare. Take off the Chanel, take off the Doja, take off the Birkin bag. Take all that designer off and what do you have? You ugly. You out of pocket. 2 ATMs, you stepping to what? You out of pocket. Who you think they talk about? Talk about us. You out of pocket. Who you think they carry up for us? Get back in pocket. The world in a panic, the women is stranded, the men on the run. The profits abandoned, the law take advantage. The market is crashing, the industry wants to sleep in the box while they making a mockery following us. This ain't monopoly, watching for love. This ain't monogamy, y'all getting jumping on what the hell is that? I gotta relax when I feel. All my descendants, they come in my sleep and say I am too real. I'm done with the sensitive, taking it personal. Done with the black and the white, the wrong and the right. You hoping for change and miracles. I know the feelings that came with burials, cries. You ugly. You out of pocket. 2 ATMs, you stepping to what? You out of pocket. Who you think they talk about? Talk about us. You out of pocket. Who you think they carry up for us? Serving up a look, dancing in a drop. Hello to the big step, but never lose a count. Venting in the safe house. Venting in the safe. Can I vent out my truth? I got nothing to lose. I got problems and pools. I can swim with my fate. Cameras moving whenever I'm moving. The family suing whatever I make. Murder is stacking. The president acting. The government taxing my funds in the bank. Homies ejecting the fence when I'm breaking. Look at my reaction. My pupils on skates. Hold up.
Let's think about this for a second. Tell me what you would do for steady. When you show your show on credit. When you show your bro for leverage.
What a hypocrite said. What community feel they the only ones relevant? What a hypocrite said. What community feel they the only ones relevant? You out of pocket, yeah, you out of pocket. You entertain the mediocre, need to stop it. You entertaining old friends when they toxic. What your life like? You gossip. What the is council code to doubt? Say what I want about you. I'm like Oprah, dog. I treat you like I'm Jigga. Watch I own it all. Oh, you worry about a critic? That ain't protocol.
friend hanging out the arm though. Got game like I'm dropping me a console. No, I don't swim, but I give a nah flex. While you there looking depressed, feel to get up in your chest while I soak up my success, getting tokens for your stress. I be making all the checks anytime you see me step on a stage, acting real soft like my skin coming beige. Gonna step out and with him, girl, you fake. Try to get it out, what you handsome, you ain't dance on. Tell your boyfriend, go and put your pants on. Down, the best friend, she went and did the same thing. I'm really mad, but she won't know. Everything has gotta be cool when we living so cold. Feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chill is in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze. I don't really feel it till you gone. And everything around me getting I'm gonzo, headed where the homie live, cause it's on though. I was chasing 3 women like I'm Mojo Jojo, so my girl got mad and she my bro. Monica, you're wrong though, that's against a bro code. Headed to his home though, know we living solo. Vertebrae, I just broke into his place. It's shit in his face, yeah. From then I say it's evidence you entertain my loyalty to infiltrate. The only woman that I claim to risk your life to get some strange. All my anger is a pain, you didn't know that I'm a saint. I will blow your up, then I again. Go. Feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chill is in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze. I don't really feel it till you gone. And everything around me getting cold.
Cop a chain of game when the QB chain birth most of chains in the game. No post office, we stamping time. Took a slice out of the big apple, made apple pies. Family size, leather bombers and Nike Sacai's. Dangerous corners, you better pray that tomorrow arrives. Rap, Sugar Ray Robinson, nothing sweet. Y'all too out of shape to even box with me. Heavyweight, I know my way around the ring. Just like Shorty know her way around the storm. Making hits with Hit Boy, all he gotta do is hit record. Record breaking news, had to show up just to fill a void. Confused boy, little boys, y'all better keep your poise. Leave me out of the weasel. Be cool when you see me, I'm hot at all that rap deep. The hood know you, so we don't borrow, believe in it. Locked in on the instrumental, I took back the key to this. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. What I'm saying, your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. What I'm saying, people saying what's already been said. Predictions, I don't listen, it's already in my head, no funny. Your most hungry place, I was past that in 28. Underground tapes, as my ass cap in publishing states. As we slide in the G-Ride, I've been getting criticized, it's keeping me energized. Create with a business mind, I'm from where killers reside. A wild hood, only knew goons since my childhood. Say anything in they raps cause it sound good. Don't even mean what they say, horrible outlook. Y'all ain't really about this house. Y'all was in the house with it. We don't respect fake jewelry and silly outfits. Window down, blowing out. Great tits, New York's J. Prince on Houston Street. I caught the bounce before my even bounced the beat. I took the hard way in it, man, it's the route for me. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black, meet Joe Black. Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when the QB chain birth most of chains in the game? Why would I? for me, who could be against me? I guess all the that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. They hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom. And handle my business when it was my problem. G. Flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean fade on the side, bumping that red head. Clean tags when I ride, ducking the feds. East Coast, they get that bread. You put the, you end up dead. Them West Coast, they leave that spread. And now you got calling your dread head.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all the that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Still trying to the riches.
East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut up with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. 4th and inches. I'm finna hit a lick and handle business. I got her down, she real vicious. Rock-a-bye, baby, no witness. This is not even a conflict. You on nonsense. Got the same way in Brooklyn and Compton. But with that gang, then make a profit. On top, stay poppin'. Look. See, I was the high school slick Rick, I was styling. Fat gold chain with an African medallion. Hip-hop connoisseur and rolling 20 crippin'. Rap game real tight, freestyle was magnificent. All about the clout and all about my dividends. Them older couldn't tell me different. I need a roundaway girl to live in.
We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. Taken in at the 3. And he returns this to the 22.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he has brought this one back. A forward recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Brady looking downfield for Godwin. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Butker now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Take it in at the 3. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Brady. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
This is a guy that has all the physical.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Buccaneers have it. And remember, he put one on the ground last week. So the rookie now back-to-back weeks with a fumble loss.
And zero excuses, but altogether not surprising. Rookie running backs have to adjust to the speed of the NFL. And it's not just in their running. It's the speed of defenders getting to them, how hard and aggressive they are in tackling, them raking at the football. So many things they didn't deal with in college, and that's one of the big adjustments that they have to make. Again, not a surprise, but he's got to figure it out.
From the 31, Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the 2nd quarter.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Now Brady to try again after the pick 6. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now this first quarter, let's just be frank, it's been a disaster so far offensively.
Yeah, already down multiple scores. And it doesn't appear they can get out of their own way right now.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. To throw is Brady. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Chris Jones in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs now leads to a 3rd and long.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And Brady's throw there, incomplete. Our game here, Bucs and Chiefs, certainly one of the crown jewels of this 2022 NFL schedule. Of course, a rematch of that memorable Super Bowl 55, Tom Brady's 7th Super Bowl title, when his guys really outmanned a Kansas City team who came up short in their quest to go back-to-back. And you look at these two quarterbacks, Brady, just a legend of the game. Many say the GOAT. Mahomes, certainly you could say on a similar trajectory. And then we'd be remiss for not mentioning these two, of course, shared a Madden cover back in 2021. So this a hot ticket indeed here in Tampa. Brady now on first down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Boy, this defense is circling early. A pick 6 there, and they are off to the races here in this first quarter.
And, partner, when you get off to a first-quarter lead like this, it really frees you up defensively to take some chances, really apply some heat. And that was just a tremendous play to pick that ball off and bring it back for a score.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. Taken in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Brady to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. Finding room at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 47. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Ozzie! 72.
Now Brady. Looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down.
72.
Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady looking downfield for Godwin. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Yellow.
hands it off out of the gun. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. He's already put it on the ground once in this first half. There, no gain, just struggling to get going.
Yeah, and what he needs right now, a dose of confidence, which means his guys have to chop a hole, a big one for him, give him a chance to run a little bit, and gain some of that confidence back. He didn't get it on that carry.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points. But then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there's things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady. Right back to Chris Godwin. He's got room at the 30. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. Running left, it's Fournette. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now a play fake. Brady. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. The sack backs him up 3rd and long. Tough challenge for Brady and the Bucs. Back to throw here. And now here is another interception. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to get it back here just past the 35. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
That's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he hadn't made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Mahomes now to throw. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. His throw incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Kadarius Toney, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the route is on here in this first half. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily to look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Brady now on first down. And he whips that one incomplete there.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Brady finding Godwin there for a Buccaneer first.
72.
Back to throw again. This is caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
50. Regular. Hey, 66. 72.
Second down and goal. Brady. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
Brady now to throw. This is caught. Touchdown.
Chris Godwin
from 4 yards out. And the Buccaneers are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away.
This one fielded at the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. It got his man complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now here's Mahomes. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey.
Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Mahomes to throw.
No hesitations. They go right back to Kelsey.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the rout is on here in this first half. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Hey, set.
The final shot before half for Brady. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Ryan stuck up to kick off fourth hill of the day.
Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here, 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here again is McKinnon. And some room to roam now. And he's going to wind up getting this all the way down to the Buccaneers' 30. 36 yards on the play.
Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Now Mahomes. Flushed out right. And Mahomes picking up the first as he slides and hits the deck. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Taken in at the 3. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Play action. Now it's Brady.
Complete right side to Otten. Finding room at midfield.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Brady.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the 3rd quarter from Tampa.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 30. Shotgun now for Brady. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Chiefs force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college. So sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career. But when you're talking about 1 game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
You remember in preseason when we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, and my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Stuck for the loss by Devin White.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Mahomes. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it.
And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception's really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard wide.
Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bucs take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point put through by Succop. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
103 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Hello. Let's get it now. Let's get it right now.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a wrap.
And now here is another interception.
Trent McDuffie with a pick, and the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And the Buccaneers have it.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. He's got a man, complete.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Brady. Looking deep for Julio. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
In a game that hasn't gone your way, you've got to throw in the end zone at every opportunity and hopefully climb back in as much as possible. He put way too much on that throw, though, and that shot ends up with nothing.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
That certainly feels, in this game, like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
3rd and short, McKinnon. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll wind up netting positive yardage out of this as he's able to get it up near the 25-yard line.
Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
From the 31, Brady.
They'll swing this out to Fournette.
Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A big play there on the catch and run. 45 yards. Now, defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Brady. That's going to be caught. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point up and good by Succa as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And they will take a knee here. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. And they take a knee.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Chiefs, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Las Vegas Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town.
Yeah, that my Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grrr to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the riches, hard in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex know they ready. See, we went on the ride nobody wave, we the ones who started with it. Translation, Yanni had to buy, Yanni had Yanni hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it, that's how you know we lit. Grrr.